Okay, Virgo, we are doing your Money March reading. Feel free to like, share, follow, comment, subscribe. Run and Gun Tarot, all social media. Feel free to reach out for a reading. $26 Celtic Crosses, $8 readings, and $5 single questions. Spirit of gratitude, joy, love, and light, highest possible messages at this time. For Virgo, gonna do a Celtic Cross. Money. It's going to be with an emphasis on money. If you're not Virgo, feel free to apply this to your sixth house. You could just Google the sixth house and see what that pertains to. It just usually represents day-to-day, task-oriented, analytics, organization, health, things of that nature. Let's see what comes out first and foremost. I start my Celtic Crosses. This is going to be a Celtic Cross money reading for March, Virgo. Or sixth house. I start them with past, present, future, and then I cross on over. So let's see what happens to Virgo. Okay, in the past you have the King of Sword in the upright. This is an energy of science, math, logic, reason, clear, concise communication. It's also knowing what your end goal is, what your end intention is. I think you want to also be focused on satisfaction, retaining satisfaction. I think sometimes we get lost with the endeavor or the sojourn or the journey, and it's don't give up your own satisfaction. That's something to be mindful of, I think, especially in regards to money. So that's some deep thoughts right there, some deep food for thoughts right there. Let's see what comes out for the present. Let's see what comes out for the present. Virgo. Okay, Queen of Cups in the reverse. This is icing someone out. This is turning cold to someone. Or something. Okay, what is for the future? Three of Cups in the reverse. This is reality settling in. This is after the honeymoon, after the fanfare. This is a reduction energy as well to the Two of Cups in the upright. So this could be getting to the right spot, meeting the right people. Okay. It does depend on the context. It could be a sobering energy, the Three of Cups in the reverse, or it could be an energy of narrowing down to, like I said, getting to the X marks the spot, which is interesting. It's like coming into contact with who you need to, who you're meant to. Let's see what's crowning you. What's crowning you, Spirit? What's crowning you? Okay, the Magician in the reverse is like a monorail. It's like a faded one track. Something is faded, something is destined. Okay, so when it comes to money, the people that you meet, what you're meant to receive, and I do think that we could, increase our karma positively is what I mean, our luck, our fortune. Because even though we're on I use this term, one track, we are on different timelines. Think about it if this is one track, well, guess what? That's another track, that's another track, that's another track, and it just keeps on going in all directions. So, but what determines what track you're on or what timeline you're in is going to be your frequency, your vibration, things of that nature. So, hence, if there's someone that wants to fight or argue or complain, don't engage. Don't engage in that. What's anchoring you is the what? Spirit. Keep on trying to pick and choose a higher timeline, a higher frequency. Let's get an anchor card here. Okay, the conflict. Okay, that could be bringing you down. Sometimes to be anchored by that isn't a good thing. And yet, when you're above it, you could actually have that fuel you in a way, because now it's below you. So now you're over it. So you're actually walking, it's like you're walking on it. Okay? Energetically speaking. Sometimes the anchoring category is like, it could be holding you back, but if you're above it, if you're not in the midst of it, then it's like you're walking above it or on it, or skywalking on it. I could say that for some, maybe the competition, helps to ground people. But again, you want to be mindful of who you're choosing to compete with, and that you're not surrounding yourself with toxic people. But you definitely avoiding toxicity is grounding you too, in a good way. Let's see here. What's going on for secret duck sauce? Let's see. Something I'm thinking about is like, I noticed with like, if one person is thinking about the other, or they're in their gravitational field, it could be that one person is feeding another person's energy. The person whose energy they're feeding, it could be by proxy of like, they're being aloof or they're ignoring. But I think that that's a tangible, palpable thing as well. But I would imagine that you have to be mindful of like, if not to try to be negative with leveraging those energies, because you could rabble rouse someone up, stir the pot, and then leave them, and you're over and you're off doing your own thing, but that other person is still festering in that. And I think that there are both like positive and negative scenario aspects of that. I just remember with me and my ex, like, I would like think like my focus would be on her. I would think about her, and like, I just remember I didn't have that as like the town. I didn't have like my gift or my, or tarot, or what I've been preaching a lot lately is that you want to find your God-given gift, talent, and ability, and make that the center of your work life, your work day, maybe your life, you could say that. I mean, to some extent, I think some would say you want to make like family or God or faith or your self-love, but I think that a point of like purpose in life is that you would want to find your gift and then serve it up to others if you can. And so I just remember with, when I used to live here with my ex, she would be off doing whatever, working or whatever, running errands, and I would just be in my mind, like, not cognizant of like, I could be working my craft, I could be working my purpose, I could be doing this, I could be doing that. So in all the different areas of your life, you just want to see like, what's the gift, how could you serve it up on a platter for everybody, so something to be mindful of, because I think also that will give you focus so that you aren't handing over your gift in exchange for conflict. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to put me doing what I do on hold so I could, try to explain something with someone out of conflict. So, something to be mindful as well for the month of March, Virgo and or cross watcher. What's your secret duck sauce? Sorry, I had to go on that tangent. Sorry, not sorry, but maybe someone needed to hear that. What's your secret duck sauce, Virgo? Let's see. Okay, you got the Seven of Swords in the upright. This is that kind of strategy, that mindfulness. Again, I'm not really suggesting, or I'm not on the side of like the sneaky aspect of that, but I do think that there is like a matter of like sliding doors, strategy, things of that nature, where you could be like, I'm not going to engage in this now, I'm going to do this later, I'm going to do this when it's more appropriate, I'm going to do this when, whatever. So the Seven of Swords in the upright gets a bad rap because I think it's more so like there's a negative sneak to it connotation, but it doesn't necessarily have to be that. I mean, quite literally, this person is sneaking away from the drama, from the conflict. They're saying, hey, look, I have these resources and supplies. I could use this better in this direction. It's like he's bringing these swords to the king or to God while these people play the fool and they compete with each other. So, let's see, because I know we spoke to the King of Swords earlier and what that represented. I can't remember exactly the tangent that I started with, but there was something to the effect of like, whatever he represented, communication, intellect, but I forgot what I demarcated him as earlier. You're gonna have to go back in the reading and apply it to this context of where we're at now. Let's see, what's a bridge too far? What's a bridge too far? Spirit, what's a bridge too far? Four Wands in the reverse. That's interesting. Bridge too far. Do you see travel here as well? Any clarity on the Four Swords in reverse, Spirit? What would the bridge too far be like for that scenario or instance? Typically the four wands, if I said swords, excuse me. I thought I said sword, but I meant wands. That's like a falling out. It's a divorce energy. I also read that as like an ongoing lifestyle. So some sort of lifestyle would have been a bridge too far. Maybe like over traveling or over committing, or maybe the idea of getting a divorce. And I'm trying to understand this in the context of resources, money, finances as well, because I think that a lot of the outcome of money and success, I think a lot of that comes from how you're strategizing your action, your thoughts, and your resources, and your communication. So, all of that builds up to eventually that kind of given value and thus income. The the Four of Wands also points to the Three in the upright. So, leveraging and strategizing resources so as to maintain your lifestyle, I would imagine. Anything else for that? The bridge too far? Like leaving something before it's complete, divorcing yourself from your cause or your dream, something of that nature is what I'm getting for that. What's not working for you, Spirit? What's not working for you in the month of March for Virgo? Yeah, that over hyper analytical. We got that earlier. Okay. Cutting things short, writing things off as not able to be done, Let me see for what is working for you. What is working for you? Nine of Wands in the upright. The healthy aspect is like healthy boundaries is what I'm getting here. Healthy boundaries are working for you. Nine of Wands in the upright. What is your ally? Spirit, what's your ally? Maintaining that lifestyle. Okay, not throwing it away, not throwing in the towel before it's done, whatever the goal is. Okay. Let's see. We have, just counting all the wands we have here. We have 14 in the upright. We have 14 in the reverse. Wow, that's interesting. That seems significant. Swords. Okay, no new action. Make sure to get a lot of rest and recovery this month as well. Let's see, for the cup, we have being open. Be open and receptive emotionally to new offers. Can we see for no pentacles yet? No pentacles yet is what I'm getting here. Spirit, this is a money reading, but we're not seeing any pentacles. I guess what it's saying is that, like, in order to facilitate the pentacles, the money, that's what pentacles represent typically, traditionally, also quality time. You're going to also want to make sure that all your other ducks are in order, that you're not taking on too much, that you're resting, recovering, you're being open emotionally to what life's trying to present to you, I think, depending on what our timeline is, what timeline we're in. What's the outcome, Spirit? Money, March, Virgo. Okay, I do see the potential of like emotional immaturity here. Again, no pentacles. I'm going to keep on drawing cards until I see pentacles, but let's see. Yeah, you still want to, like, don't let, like, the conflict or the drama keep your heart chakra closed. Don't let it make you, like, not receive help or not receive the gifts and the blessings that you're supposed to receive. Okay. Okay, let's see. Anything specifically for the pentacles, for the money, Spirit? You want to make sure you're keeping your heart space open. And you're finding joy and peace in any emotional solitude that you might be experiencing. Anything for the pentacle, anything for the pentacle, the status of our pentacle for Virgo, money, March 2023. I did a whole reading here. There ain't nothing but wands, swords, cups. You only got the Magician as a trump card. It was a major card. Anything for the pentacle, Spirit? Coming out of challenging, objectionable energy. Okay, Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Continuing to go within yourself. Continuing to be open to aid and resources so as to continue to build off of your foothold, your stability. Let's see. Where are we at by end of March, though? Financially, Spirit. Is it better? Hopefully. Freed up energy, morality. What's the injustice? No new action. Okay. Could be. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Not mad at that at all. Not mad at that at all. That's financial independence, freedom, looking good, feeling good. So I feel as though that all of this, as long as you're continuing to rest, recover, rejuvenate, not get caught in the drama, then you should be good. Good to go with the Nine of Pentacles in the upright. I think you're going to be just in a different position by the end of the month of March, which is good. Although I would want to know, what's that injustice? What's that injustice? Yeah, it's the same thing. You still deal with injustice by keeping your heart open. I read this as heart open, because in the upright, he's being very defensive of his heart, protective. He's folding his hands over his chest. He's not being open. So as long as you still keep on being open, and not being embittered to certain injustices, and you're going to be good. You're on the right path here. You don't have to take new action. Keep on doing what you're doing. You're traveling light and loose. Okay? And look, they're not like completely, they're not unlike each other. They could pass off for each other. And it could be others are even jealous of like your lifestyle. But don't feed into that. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it there. Virgo, let's roll on over to Libra. And we'll see what goes on. Holler at your boy if you're interested in reading. Peace.